Hello, good day. This is Mr. Dizon, and for today, I'll be presenting to you how to use correlation in your SPSS. Now, what is SPSS? I have presented basic information about SPSS in my previous video, MS Excel correlation. However, I'll just provide important introductory points now. So, correlation. So, correlation attempts to look into the relationship of two variables or even three variables when we do multiple regression, but punta muna tayo sa bivariate statistics. So it attempts to look into two variables. There's no causality. If there's causality, what we are actually doing would not be regression. So the nature of the two variables are quantitative in nature, or may term it as scale, no? So interval ratio, and in some instances pwede din siyang ordinal basta may values, nagre-range na yung values from highest to lowest yung ating variables. So more likely, dapat may pen ako dito, no? Okay, dito na lang sa paint. Okay, so more likely we have two variables and we want to know the movement of the values, no? So if one value goes up, does the other value goes up then as well? So that is positive correlation. Or the other way around, if one value goes down, may relationship nga ba siya with the other variable kung bumababa din isang variable. Or it could be inverse. By the way, this is called direct correlation, no? So the two variables have the same path of movement, no? While indirect or inverse, or some would say it's negative, habang tumataas yung isang variable, bumababa yung isang variable. Or vice versa, variable 1 goes down, variable 2 goes up, no? And we want to identify yung movement, but as well we want to know if tumataas siya, ilang percentage na bumababa to, no? We call it as coefficient. Yun yung relationship part niya, no? So there's yung relationship part, wala tayong nakikitang one direction na pag ganun or pag ganun, to the right or to the left, walang ganun. Kasi we're looking into mutual or reciprocal yung relationship. Kahit alisin natin yung term na reciprocal, yung relationship yung chine-check natin. Okay. So, alisin na natin to. So, yun yung gamit ng ating correlation. Now, ano pwedeng ma-correlate? Pwedeng scale. Ba't ito na ganito? Pwedeng scale. So, pwede siyang, wow, lumaki yung variables natin. Pwede siyang scale, pwede ding ordinal. So scale could be interval and ratio. Now technically, nakakapagtataka bakit lumawak yung ating variable view. So I hope you have watched some of my previous video tutorials on how to input or encode your data. So technically ganyan, no? So this is just some made up data, no? So, from the questionnaire, ito yung composition ng ating questionnaire. So, it asks the age of the respondent, the gender, ethnicity, academic strand. So, more likely, mga senior high school students natin. Economic standing. This is ordinal. 1, 2, 3, lower class, middle class, upper class. Although made up lang siya, dapat may basis tayo dyan, no? So, more likely, economic income, etc. Household income, expenditure. AP stands for academic performance. So, I use the numerical. Although may A minus, A plus pa yan dapat, diba? Although made up lang naman. NCA score, none. Scale yan. So, it could vary from 50 to 99. Same with your GRA, grade 11 nila. Their general weighted average during their grade 11th grade. Then, political awareness, then political involvement. So, look into the questionnaire. So ano siya, more likely ordinal siya, Likert scale. So looking from your variable view, you want to determine the awareness and involvement of senior high school respondents, kasi obviously nakita natin yung strand at grade 11. Now, aside from knowing their political awareness and involvement, you want to know if there's a correlation between such numbers. Although we don't look into the objectivity of the research yet, no? Kasi paglalaruan muna natin yung data. Now, okay. For instance, sabihin na natin, we just want to know something and available naman yung data natin. You want to know if there's a correlation, or rather a relationship between your NCAE scores with your GIRA when they were still grade 11. So, if we use a regression terminology, nakaka-apekto nga ba yung NCAE score with your GIRA? Or simply in correlation, yung GIRA nga ba, does it have a relationship with your NCAE score? Okay, so let's compute for the correlation. So, look into the correlation, bivariate. Now, basically, bakit correlation? Scale siya, no? Okay, ulitin ko. Go to your analyze, click correlate, then we go to bivariate, no? Okay. Now, may lumabas na window, similar sa descriptive natin. Okay. Now, if you remember your Excel, ganyan din nilalabas. Walang category kung independent or dependent variable kasi ma-identify agad yan na system. Okay. So, ilalagay natin, we want to know this two, yung correlation nilang dalawa. You could press option. Okay na tayo sa option, no need. Okay. Now, correlation coefficient, tanda natin So, Pearson, we use Pearson's if two variables are scale in nature, interval or ratio. Kendall tau, ginagamit natin yan pag ordinal. Yes, ordinal. Spearman-Rho, if either one is also ordinal, no? Although some observations kasi, pag ordinal, kunyari political awareness, they try to compute for the Pearson's R. Pero maganda na i-check din natin yan mamaya, no? Okay, so Pearson's R tayo, two-tailed. We want to know the test of significance. Okay, we could simply click, okay. Yan. Okay, now it's this one, no? So, ito yung table natin. What does the table present? Nakita natin, no, parang cross tabulation. NCAE score, general weighted average, then your GWA. Now, pag nag-intersect itong dalawang NCAE score at NCAE score, automatically 1 yan. Person's correlation, you look into the person's correlation. Pag ibig sabihin 1 yan, kino-correlate niya sa sarili niya. Kaya wag na natin titignan. Ang titignan niya natin pag nag-intersect yung dalawang variables na gusto nating i-compute. So, technically, ito at ito, at ito, at ito. When you try to check, common naman siya. Kaya, pabayaan na natin. We could just simply look into the first row, second row, not the second row. Kasi common din lalabas. Okay. Let's check this one. Itong part na to, no? Okay. So, nag-correlate tayo by using Pearson's R with your NCAE, with your GWA. Okay. There are 3 items. Ang titignan natin, primary would now be your Pearson's correlation. Ang lumabas is 0.382. Now, ano ibig sabihin ng 0.382? We now get your Pearson's arbitrary range. Ito yung Pearson's arbitrary range. Okay. So, I hope you've check yung previous video ko sa MS Excel, no? Okay. Pag positive yung number, automatically one variable, same yung movement niya with the other variable. So, automatically, dapat di ko pinindot yun. So, one variable, no? Okay. So, ano siya? The first analysis, direct relationship siya. So, the movement goes up, or goes down. The variable 2 also goes down. Pero look, 0.38. When we try to check 0.38, it is located under low correlation. So, simply we could now conclude. I-conclude na natin na wala namang correlation ang general weighted average natin with your NCAE scores. So, walang siyang relationship. When you try to check your level of significance, 0.59, diba? 0.59. May just encode it here. Enter ko na lang. Okay. Pag mas mataas yung 0.05 natin, compared with your p-value, so yung p-value natin dito is 0.59. 0.59. Ano mas mataas? Sorry. Mas mataas to, diba? Mas mataas yung ano natin. Yung 0.59. Mas mataas yung computation natin. So, therefore, not significant. Not significant. Not significant. So, going back dito, no? Okay. Always remember this principle. 0.59. 0.059. Not significant pa rin. Not significant. Ano ibig sabihin yan? na walang, oops, sorry, you should not check that one. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, technically, is walang significant relationship ang NCAI score at yung GWA scores natin. Or technically, low relationship in, may rephrase it. To conclude, simply, direct relationship but low relationship and not significant yung ating dalawang variable. So more likely, we now disprove our hypothesis. Now, for instance, pag lumabas is mataas, going back with your arbitrary range, kunyari umabot siya ng 0.9, high correlation, technically, pwede din tumaas yung ating significance. However, kung mataas siya, pero lumabas is mataas pa rin yung p-value natin compared with yung standard natin na 0.05, you know, make your own analysis. Okay. To give you, oops, sorry, you should not check on that one. Okay, let's do another analysis, no? Another correlation. Go with your correlation by variate. Alisin natin tong dalawa. Now, let's assume for instance, yung academic performance natin. Ordinal siya. Pwede ba siya makorrelate? Yes, kasi yung values vary. Walang equal, no? However, it is suggested by statisticians, ang gagamitin natin ay Spearman rule kasi mas malakas siya. But i-check na lang natin, makikita natin yung difference. Does your academic performance affect your, sabihin na natin, NCAI score? Yan, NCAI score. These are two independent variables kasi technically walang affect, walang causality, no? They are extremely unrelated, no? You just want to know if related nga ba sila, no? And we'll be using Pearson's R then Spearman rule. Okay, ganito. Non-parametric academic performance. Okay. Now, ito yung lumabas sa window natin. So, nandito yung Pearson's correlation natin. Non-parametric correlation. Nandito yung Spearman rule natin. Okay. Dito muna tayo sa correlation. When we use correlation, Pearson's R to be exact, ito yung computation niya. So, list na tayo dito. Dito na tayo, no? 888. Oh, look 0.8. Significant with two-tailed. Tama. Okay. Look kung may asterisk, oh, sorry. Please check on the asterisk now. Okay. 0.8. Saan yung 0.8 natin? It's a high correlation. High correlation. So, if you perform academically, tataas din yung NCAI natin. Or dahil from an independent, very far variable, we could now assume na pag matalino yung students and they perform well in their academics, mataas din yung magiging score nila sa NCAI. So, 0.8. Significance. Pag 0.0 na yan, lumagpas na yan sa 0.05. And look 0.1. Kahit two-tailed yan. It presents that there's a significant relationship with academic performance and your NCAI. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Nagpa-perform ka na in terms of academics dahil nakatulong yan, yun dahil you perform in your academics, nakatulong yan sa pag-achieve ng mataas na score sa NCAI score. So, ganun, no? So, ganun. The first table presents, uses Pearson's R. Now, dito sa non-parametric correlation, ngayon dito, ginamitan natin ng Spearman rule. Makikita natin, no? Pearson's correlation, now we use Spearman rule. Now, look into the difference. Now, some statistician dictates, pag gumagamit tayo ng ordinal in correlation, Spearman rule daw. Look yung, the difference, no? 8, pero may affect na yan sa decimals. So, 8.18, going back ulit dito, same din siya, high correlation. Then, dito din sa significance natin, 0.0, mas mababa siya sa 0.05. Pag mas mababa siya sa 0.05, automatically, significant related sila, no? So, there's a significant relationship. So, it actually coincides with yung results natin sa Pearson's R. Now, as an observation, more likely, lagi silang magkakalapit eh. Pero sometimes, ang affect in statistics kasi ang laki ng apekto pagdating sa decimal points. Okay. So, technically, ganyan siya, no? So, when to use Pearson's R and Spearman rule? So, statisticians always suggest, although it depends on your advisor as well, um, pag scale lahat yung dalawang variable, persons are. Pag Spearman row naman, either one of the variable is an ordinal, just like academic performance, diba, A, B, C, D, doon tayo gumagamit ng Spearman row. So I think that's it. Thank you.